Hello and welcome to Rock Climbing on a Sunny Day. Hey, this is a watch me video, so all you have to do is sit back and watch to see how I solve this problem. And it's a great sample for what you'll be doing as you move along through the different problems that we have here. So here is the scenario. You are a rock climber. Here you are climbing up this escarpment here. And your favorite thing to do on a sunny day is to climb a challenging escarpment, just like this. This rock face is 533 feet high. Let's go ahead and write that. 533 feet high. You climb to the top in just 82 minutes. On average, how many feet do you climb per minute? Well, if it takes you 82 minutes, that means you're dividing the number of feet, the 533 feet, by 82 minutes to figure out how many feet you climb per minute. So let's take a look at what we would do here. And the first thing we're going to do is create our area box. So I'm going to shrink this a little bit and create an area box right here. And now I'm going to make it good and long, and here's why. This section of videos are all about creating division problems where you're going to go in and you're going to need decimals. You're going to be working with decimals. So I want this to be wide enough that I can add decimals as I need them. So I'm going to take my number here and just plug it right into the area box. So I'll put 533 right here. And then I'm going to take my divisor, 82, and put it right here. So I put my 82 here. And the next thing I need to do is figure out, okay, if I'm going to round this, I'm going to round it to 80. So I'm going to imagine that this number, as I'm doing my estimations, I'm going to imagine that it's actually 80. So I'm going to just plug in 80 right here as my estimator, right? Because we'll estimate how many times that goes in there. Now, since my estimation is the same as my 8, I only have to write two numbers, the 8s and the 2s. And 2s are pretty darn easy. But let's go ahead and do our counting by the numbers up on top here. And here we have it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And for our 8s, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, and 80. So now we're ready to start estimating how many times 80 will go into this number. So I'm going to move this up a little bit, and let's just figure this out here. Now, 80 cannot fit into 5. It can't fit into 53. It's too big. So I've got to go into the entire number of 533. So I'm going to come up here to my counting by the numbers, and since this is actually the 8 and the 2, right, it's really rounding it to 80. So you got to imagine that there's a 0 behind each of these numbers here, okay? So instead of 8, this is actually 80. This is actually 160, 240, 320, 400, 480, and then 560, which is too much because here I got 533. So 560 is too much. So I'm going to come back here to 480 and count these. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put a 6 right here, and then I'm going to multiply. So now 6 times the 2, so now I'm back here to the real number instead of my estimation. So 6 times 2, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to give me 12. I'm going to drop the 2 and carry the 1. So watch, I'll drop the 2 right here, and then I'm going to carry the 1 right over here so that when I now multiply 6 times 8, then I can add that in after. So I'll go 6 times 8, and that means I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it gives me 48. But then I've got to add this 1 here, so that's going to give me 49. So I drop my 49 right there, and then I'm ready to subtract. Now before I subtract, I always look for, whoa, come back here, crazy thing. I always look for any trouble coming. I got no trouble here because I can do 3 minus 2. I do have trouble here because I can't do 3 minus 9. So I'm going to borrow from this 5 right here, and borrow a group of 10 or trade it in for a group of 10. So this turns into 13 now. And now I am ready to subtract. I'm all good. So I'm going to add an area box right below here. And then I'm going to simply subtract. 3 minus 2 is going to give me 1. And then I've got 13 minus 9, which is going to give me 4. So I drop my 4 right there. And then 4 minus 4 is 0, so I don't have to do anything there. And then you always want to check to make sure. 41 is smaller than 82, so I'm good to keep moving on here. Now, normally you would just put the 41 as a remainder up here, remainder 41. But I don't want to do that because I want to work it out through the decimal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a decimal right here, and then I'm going to add zeros in here. Now, you can add a decimal here and a 0 here, and another decimal here, and a 0 here, and another decimal here, and a 0 here. And because anything times 0 will give me zeros all the way down here. Really cool. So I just add my zeros in, right? Now, when I'm estimating, I'm going to imagine that that decimal is not here, and I'm going to think of this as 410. So we want to see how many times the 80 will go into 410. So let's do our estimation here, and I'm going to look at this and imagine it's not an 8, it's actually an 80. 80, 160, 240, 320, 400, 480, which is too much here, right? So I'm going to come back here to 400, and I'm going to multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put a 5 right up here, and I'm going to actually enlarge this so you can see. Now this 5 that I'm putting here is actually a 0.5, right? But we're not going to worry about the 0.5. We're just going to worry about the 5, right? And now we're going to multiply by the real numbers. And I do want to shrink this so you can see. And I'm going to take 5 and multiply by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to give me 10. I'm going to drop the 0 and carry the 1. So I'm going to drop a 0 right here and carry this 1 right up here. And then I'm going to take 5 times 8. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to give me 40. But I got to add this 1 in here. So I'm going to add that, and it's going to give me 41. So I'll drop my 41 right here. And as you see, that works out. I'm going to drop the decimal. And if I have 41.0 minus 41.0, that's going to actually give me 0. So it zeroes out there. So now I simply come up here, and let me actually move this out of the way. I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to draw my line. And remember, with area division, you add these up. And if I add 0 and 5, I'm going to get 5 right here. And then I'm going to bring my decimal up. And then if I've got 6 and, oops, where am I here? 6 and nothing, I'm going to get 6 up here, right? So I'm going to drop my 6 there. And that right there is your answer, 6.5. So now if you think about the problem once again, you know that here you are climbing up this escarpment here, and the escarpment is 533 feet high, and you do it in 82 minutes. So how many feet do you climb per minute on average? Well, you're climbing 6.5 feet every minute. And that, my friend, is some good climbing. So at any rate, this right here is how you solve for decimal points in division with area division. The next one you do, you're going to do alongside me. So I'll do a little bit, have you pause it, copy, and then we'll work our way all the way through the problem together, my friend. So until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. Sayonara for now. And now, on to counting by the numbers. This is a great strategy for anybody who does not have all their multiplication facts memorized. Counting by threes. Ready? Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Counting by fours. Ready? And 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Counting by sixes. Here we go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Counting by sevens, here we go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. And counting by eights, here we go. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. Counted by nines, here we go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90.